We are halfway through this EFL Championship season, 23 games done and another 23 to go. Of course, 10 of these 12 games for Game Week 24 are going to be kicking off on Boxing Day, and then the remaining 2 are going to be kicking off the day after on the Tuesday. So let's just get straight into it with my Game Week 24 score predictions for the EFL Championship 2022/23, starting off with Bristol City against West Bromwich Albion. West Brom are still yet to play their game against Coventry City. That's tomorrow evening, but I've got to get this recorded now. But, you know, if they win that one against Cov City, then that will be 6 games on the bounce with 6 wins in a row. They've currently got 5 after their really impressive 3-0 victory over Rotherham United in their last game. Bristol City just missed out on a 2-1 defeat against Stoke City in their last game, but mid-table clash here. Bristol City in 18th, West Brom in 16th, but definitely the form is with West Bromwich Albion in this game, and I'm going to back them to potentially win 7 in a row in this one if they win against Cov, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to West Bromwich Albion in this one. I'll back Bristol City to score 1. Bristol City are a side that, you know, always manage to find at least 1 goal against you, so I will always back Bristol City to score 1, but I don't think it'll be enough. I'm going to go 2-1 to West Brom in this one. Next up is Burnley against Birmingham City. Birmingham City got a very good 3-2 victory against Reading in their last game. And Burnley, another high scorer in the Burnley one as well. It was a 3-1 victory over Middlesbrough. In this one, at home, Burnley, they've only lost the 2 games so far this season. And I don't think they're going to lose this one. I'm going to go for a comfortable 2-0 victory to Burnley in this one. And then we'll move over to Cardiff City against Queen's Park Rangers. Of course, Cardiff City drew 1-1 against Blackpool in their last game. Queen's Park Rangers did beat Preston North End 1-0. Neil Critchley's first game in charge. Time to go back-to-back against Cardiff. I think he'll be able to do it. Cardiff's form hasn't been the greatest as of late. I'm going to go for a high scorer here. I'm going to go 3-0 Queen's Park Rangers. I think Cardiff's going to be in for a very long afternoon in this game. Next up is Hull City against Blackpool. Blackpool, as I mentioned, picked up the 1-1 draw against Cardiff, and Hull drew 1-1 against Sunderland in their last game. 2 draws in their last 2 games for both of these sides. I'm going to make it 3 on a bounce, and I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'll go for a score draw and back both sides to score 1-1. Next up, Luton Town against Norwich City at Kenilworth Road. And Norwich City, mixed form at the moment, currently in 5th place. Dean Smith not doing the greatest of job with Norwich City at the moment, but he is still keeping them within that top 6. I think they're going to lose this game. They lost 2-0 to Blackburn in their last game. Luton haven't had the greatest of form themselves. 2-1 defeat to Middlesbrough, 1-1 draw with Rotherham, and a 2-0 defeat to Stoke. But I think they'll pick up a win here at home. It'll be a tight one. It'll be a close 1-0 victory to the Hatters in this one. And then it'll be next up over to the Riverside, where Middlesbrough take on Wigan Athletic. Wigan did lose 2-1 to Sheffield United in last night's game. Middlesbrough, they lost to Burnley 3-1, but prior to that defeat, they've been on a really good run, and I expect them to pick up all 3 points against a fairly struggling Wigan Athletic side. I'm going to back both sides to score, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Middlesbrough in this one. And then it's on to Deepdale, where North End take on Huddersfield Town. Preston just outside the playoffs, but really we're joint on points and joint on goal difference with Queen's Park Rangers, who are in 6th place. We're against bottom of the table Huddersfield, who did lose 2-0 to Watford in their last game. As I mentioned with us, we did lose 1-0 to Queen's Park Rangers, but I expect to win this one, to score some goals and keep a clean sheet as well, something that we were pretty good at the start of the season. So I think we'll be able to go back to that in this game, and we'll win this one 2-0. Reading against Swansea next. This game never disappoints. We've had so many high scorers with these two sides in the past. We've had 4-4 draws, 3-3 draws, 3-2 wins to either side. They have been some big scorelines. So I'm going to go for a draw in this one. and I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Off to the New York Stadium now, where Rotherham United take on Stoke City. Rotherham United have not been the greatest in their past couple of games. Twice conceded 3 goals. They lost 3-0 to West Bromwich Albion, and before that lost 3-1 to Bristol City. Stoke City did just beat Bristol City in their last game 2-1, and I expect them to pick up all 3 points away from home in this one, and I'll back both sides to score, but Stoke City 2-1 win in this one. Next up, Sheffield United against Coventry City. As I've mentioned, Coventry are playing West Bromwich Albion tomorrow. But compared to the start of the season, Coventry City they've come back, but against a Sheffield United side in good form, currently second place. And at home as well at Bramall Lane. I do expect Sheffield United to win this one. I'm not going to go for a high scorer, though, in this one. I'm going to just go for the narrow 1-0, of course. They did beat Wigan 2-1 in their last game. I'll go for a close one here, 1-0 to the Blades. Next up is Sunderland against Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers still yet to pick up a draw so far this season. They've completed the first half. Maybe they'll pick up loads of draws in the second half, but I don't think this game it is going to end a draw. And yeah, Sunderland's... you don't know what you're going to get from them. It could be a really good win, or it could be, they could pick up some really good wins, and then they could also lose a game where no one expected them to lose it. I am going to back the home side in this one. I'll back both sides to score 2-1 victory to Sunderland this one. Blackburn Rovers' form, as I did just mention, again, you don't know what you're going to get with it. It's all over the place. Wins and losses. They mainly get their victories at home, so away from home here, I think they'll lose this one. And then we finish off with Watford against Millwall, and it's going to be a tight one. There's been some really good matches between these two sides in the past. Millwall did beat Watford 3-0 the last time these two sides faced. But at Vicarage Road in this one, I'm going to go for a Watford victory. I'm going to go for a nice, comfortable 2-0 victory to finish off my Boxing Day and Game Week 24 predictions. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and I will see you all in my next video.